In this video, we are going to explore the dd command, a powerful and versatile utility available in most Unix-like operating systems. The dd command stands for data duplicator, or some say disk destroyer. It's used for copying and converting data at a low level, meaning it operates directly on the raw bytes of files, disk images, and even entire drives. Due to its power, a single wrong parameter can wipe out your entire hard disk, and hence it is also called disk destroyer. The basic syntax of the dd command is straightforward, but requires careful attention to detail. The general structure is dd if equals input file of equals output file options. Let's break down the key parameters. The if parameter specifies the input file or source from which data will be read. The of parameter specifies the output file or destination where the data will be written. In addition to these, there are several options that control how the data is copied and converted. Some of the important parameters include the block size, represented by BS, which determines the number of bytes read and written at a time. Another one is count, which specifies the number of blocks to copy, useful for partial copies. Lastly, the status parameter lets you display progress information during the operation. Let's explore some common options used with the dd command. The BS or block size option specifies the number of bytes to read or write at a time. This significantly affects performance. For example, BS equals 4M sets the block size to 4 megabytes. The count option limits the number of blocks to be copied, which is useful for making partial copies. For example, count equals 100 copies, only 100 blocks. The skip option skips the specified number of blocks at the start of the input. Skip equals 10 will skip the first 10 blocks of the input. The seek option skips the specified number of blocks at the start of the output. Seek equals 20 will skip the first 20 blocks of the output file. Here are some additional dd command options to further enhance your control over data manipulation. The conv, or conversion option, performs data conversion during the copying process. Multiple conversions can be specified, separated by commas. An example is conv equals nor sync. The status option controls the information displayed during the operation, allowing you to monitor the progress. Setting status equal to progress provides a real-time update. iflog and offlog set special flags for input and output files respectively, controlling how files are read or written. An example is iflog equals full block direct. Lastly, IBS and OBS allow you to set the input and output block sizes separately. This is useful when the source and destination have different optimal block sizes. For example, you can use IBS equals 512 and OBS equals 4K. The dd command offers several conversion options to manipulate data during the copying process. These options are specified using the conv parameter. Let's explore some common values for this parameter. Nor allows the command to continue after read errors, which is particularly useful when recovering data from damaged media. Sync pads every input block with null characters to match the input block size. It's often used in conjunction with nor. The options ASCII, EBCDIC, and IBM handle conversion between ASCII and EBCDIC character encodings. Lowercase and uppercase convert letters to lowercase or uppercase respectively. Sparse attempts to seek rather than write blocks of null bytes, creating sparse files that save space. Lastly, excal ensures that the command fails if the output file already exists, preventing accidental overwrites. Let's explore some basic examples of using the dd command. To create a backup of a partition, you can use the command dd if equals /dev /sda1 of equals /path /to /backup.imgbs equals 4m status equals progress. This creates a byte-for-byte copy of the /dev /sda1 partition and saves it to a backup image file, using a 4 megabyte block size and displaying the progress. To copy and convert a file, use the command dd if equals input.txt of equals output.txt txtonv equals ucase. This copies the contents of input.txt to output.txt, converting all text to uppercase during the process. To create a file of a specific size, you can use the command dd if =dev/0 of equals empty underscore file bs equals 1m count equals 100. This creates a 100 megabyte file filled with zeros, often used for testing file systems or creating swap files. Let's delve into some advanced examples of using the dd command. To create a bootable USB drive, you can use the command dd if ubuntu.iso of =dev/sdbbs equals 4monv equals datasync status equals progress. This writes an ISO image to a USB drive, and the datasync option ensures that the data is physically written before the command returns. To back up the master boot record, or MBR, you can use the command dd if =dev/sda of equals mbr underscore backup. Bin bs equals 512 count equals 1. This backs up the first 512 bytes of a disk, which contains the mbr and partition table. To recover data from a failing drive, you can use the command dd if =dev/sdc of =dev/sdonv equals nor sync bs equals 64k. This copies data from a failing drive to a new one, continuing past read errors and padding any incomplete reads to maintain block alignment. To optimize the performance of the dd command, here are some helpful tips. First, choose an appropriate block size for your hardware. If the block size is too small, it increases the number of system calls, slowing things down. If it is too large, it leads to excessive memory usage. A good starting point is bs equals 4m or bs equals 8m. Monitor the progress of the transfer in real time by using status equals progress. For older versions of dd, you can send the USR1 signal to view progress by running the command kill USR1 $grep-dd. You can also bypass the kernel's page cache for faster transfers by using direct input or output with the options iflog equals direct offlog equals direct. Finally, benchmark your system to test different block sizes and find the optimal value for your specific hardware configuration. Use the command timeDD if =dev/0 of equals test bs equals x count equals y to measure the time it takes to complete the operation with different block sizes. It is important to take safety precautions while using the dd command. dd is often called disk destroyer for a reason. One wrong parameter can lead to catastrophic data loss. Always double-check device names before using them in dd commands. Verify device names with lsblk or fdiskl. Verify input and output order. Be extremely careful with the if and of parameters. Reversing them can overwrite your source data. Always create backups of important data before performing operations with dd. Use onv equals notrunc when needed. Add notrunc to prevent truncating the output file when you only want to overwrite specific parts. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.